Taskforce would really like to pass on its appreciation to our community service partners. With them, we've been able to provide a genuine, community-based response to these issues. Through them, we've been able to connect homeowners, as well as members of the community, with services they may have never known existed. And through that, we've been creating a stronger community, one which will continue to be resilient, connected, and one in which this issue, it goes back to the heart, which is this is about people and not houses.
I really welcome the opportunity to partner with government. I mean, I think the community can't do it alone and nor can government. So I think by joining up together with all our skills and resources that we have in the community provides better outcomes.
We really recognise the importance of providing practical assistance to people so that they trust us to engage us in more complex support. Our tagline is exceptional people, courageous practice, and I think courageous practice really encompasses the Taskforce team because of the incredibly difficult work that they're having to do.
I think it's been a wonderful opportunity for Woden Community Service to partner with the representatives from the Asbestos Taskforce. I think that it has enabled us to provide a very individualised, very caring service, and I think it's given us the opportunity to understand what it's like on the other side of the equation as well.
We had a fairly good idea in around September, October last year that this was going to be a big issue that was going to affect the older people in the ACT differently than some of the younger people. And from there on, we became very closely involved with the case workers, in particular at the Taskforce. We had a meeting back in March this year with Andrew Kefford and some of the senior policy people actually at the Taskforce.
Our community service partners will continue to play a key role in supporting our community moving forward. The demolition program itself will be across 56 of our established suburbs. By extension, it's expected to touch or impact about 127,000 Canberrans. We can't do it alone as a task force. We will be looking to work with the community.
Our role was to invite in the task force into our service, to accommodate them by giving them desk space and spaces to meet with the residents to discuss their issues in their community, rather than having to go into town or into a government building to talk about their personal issues.
We were approached probably about 18 months ago from government, from the Asbestos Taskforce, looking to place the asbestos community workers in the community, which I thought was a great initiative. You know, it saves people having to go into town, into government buildings. We have a centre out at Kipax, and we just thought it was a really great initiative to place community and government partners working together for the benefits of people impacted by asbestos in our community.
The Asbestos Response Task Force has had two of their exceptional workers co-located with our team. We have our case management team on site that works with a number of different clients, and the Asbestos Task Force has been working 2 days a week in our offices and quite closely with our team to make sure that people that are receiving support through the Task Force can then be referred on to further support if it's needed as well to our team.
Woden Community Service takes the crises that affect our community very seriously. We believe that as a community service that we have a responsibility to support our local community and the residents in the recovery process and in offering any support that we can. We have a proud history of doing that, and that we will always look for opportunities as they may arise, unfortunately, in the future, to assist and work with our community in no matter what crisis it might be.
I think Canberra in particular has a very strong sense of community. We, at our heart, are a very resilient community, but often when we are faced with adversity, we really do draw on each other, and we draw on the services that are out there to create the most fundamental and the strongest response we can for our fellow Canberrans. And definitely through this issue, we have seen that. Community
to me, it's about place. It's where people feel connected. What makes a good community? I think it's a strong, resilient community. Our vision is for a strong, active and engaged community, and I guess that's sort of what we would like to see, is people being engaged and being able to fully participate in all aspects that the community has to offer.
I think good community is where people care about each other and take the time to empathise with each other's situations. I think that the way Canberra has responded to the Mr Fluffy crisis has for the most part been very good. It has been very positive.
There is an ongoing role for organisations such as Woden Community Service to continue to provide support, because while issues are in the newspaper, Another issue will come along, the headlines will fade, but people still have very strong needs that need to be met.
The heart of this issue has always been about people and not houses, and that's definitely the approach the Taskforce has taken and the approach of the personal support team. At the end of the day, this is going to be a story about community. It's going to be a story about how we drew together to support homeowners through what has been a very difficult issue. And while at its core will also always be an element of bricks and mortar and the fact that these houses did need to be demolished, it will also be about people and their journeys through this.